welcome to Spurs Vision TV. Right, how you doing, Jamie?
I'm okay. It just seems like YouTube's about 20 seconds behind us. So I try to keep them running parallel so I can chat to us and I can chat to our viewers. So I'm fairly okay. The result could have been better, but it was certainly an indication of improvement. And I'm hoping that tonight will be a continuation. But just like the Liverpool match, it's not a guarantee, but it's more of a possibility than it has been of late. And Kane scored again, so hopefully he's remembered how to do that.
And of course, good evening to all you guys in Asia, right? And good afternoon to all you guys in Europe. And of course, good morning to all you guys in the Americas, right? Especially Canada, right? And before we continue, just let me bring on some of our guests. Hi guys, everyone doing well?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah.
Hirsute chins and slapheads.
All right, before we go any further, before we go any further, right? Let's give a shout out to guys in the chats, right? Plot Malaysia. I'm not sure whether it's Harry or Ram, right? If it's Harry, right? Harry's
might be Harry Ram.
Okay. If it's Harry's a Liverpool supporter. So if he wants to hop on, do hop on. Right, John Fitzpatrick, big up. Adam, right, big up. Adam, how you been doing? Your graduation coming soon or something like that for Adam, right? And of course we have Kuva, right? Kuva is here too. Right. Okay, let's hammer the hammers, Adam says. Okay, before we go to the hammers game, we did do a watch along, right? But hold on, before we continue, I've got another guest hopping on. Hi, so
you're right, so
it's weird saying Soham because Soham's a town that I've been to in the East Anglia.
Cambridge.
It's Cambridge here, isn't
it? Yeah, it's near to the Lakenheath Air Base,
which is near Chatteris.
Fitted a kitchen up there once many years ago.
Yeah, and Soham's saying, "What are you talking about? It's my name."
You're on mute, so
okay.
Nope.
Okay. So I'm just gone. Okay, let's hope he hops back on.
I think he thinks we've been off our meds. Oh no! Join the loony bin.
Can't hear you still, so.
Maybe your cat sat on the speaker.
No, not connected. All right, so I think. Okay, and big up to you, Sobai too. Right.
We can see you, but we can't hear you, so
just say hi. Got to go, anyways. Thanks.
Can he hear us?
I think he can hear us, but I think he's got something to do with his connection. But never mind. We'll go ahead while Soham sorts off his technical issues. All right, guys. Right, we were doing the watch along for Sunday, right, and we didn't continue too long after that. But let's go around the panel again, right? Kuva, Sunday results, feelings.
Yep, I had both of those. Yeah, it was good. It was just a good feel-good sort of day. I mean, a little bit deflated at the end that we didn't snatch the win, but otherwise, good performance. Some of our fringe players really stepping up when needed. That was the best part of it all.
I thought they were mainly Spanish and English. Oh, fringe players.
Not the Edinburgh fringe.
You know, I can leave.
Fringe and French.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
may we.
I'll go to the toilet then.
Yeah, I'm here all week. Oh, sorry. You'll have to come back to me in a second, please. I just got
all right.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we go to Ian.
Yeah, I was starting to wonder the intellectual caliber of the show was going right up there. I was delighted with the attitude and what have you. I think most people will agree that this was a real Conte performance. We started to see the kind of energy levels and what have you we would expect under Antonio Conte. As Kuva was saying, I'm a Winks man. I like Winks. Dele is a great player. We know he's been a great player. Freed up to play that role, breaking forward in front of the front players. You'd like to think that there would be a role for him going forward and a role for Winks. All of a sudden, things are looking much brighter. The squad players that played against Moura and got beat in Moura, and you think they've all got to go. So much better. Good feel good, I think. What else? Again, we could have been three up comfortably. I've said on Sunday that I thought it was unfortunate that the headlines would be made by the refereeing decisions, and I don't think it took any genius to work that out. That's what actually happened. Kane should have gone. There's no doubt, and that would have changed the game. But on another day, a luckier day, we're absolutely taking them to the cleaners, and the world's looking up and saying, "God, Tottenham just beat Liverpool 4-1." So we need to carry that on tonight. There's no good doing that once. Let's carry it on tonight, and I think we're going to win tonight. And the feel-good factor in the club really coming on. Just one quick point. I picked this up, I think, on TalkSport, that we ran something like a combined of about 115k compared to we were running nearer 100. I haven't got the exact.
That was Levy's bar tab.
Say that again, Jamie.
That was Levy's bar tab, 150k.
You're having a laugh, are you?
Yeah, very
You're
good.
lucky if you get a pint of lager and a packet of pork scratchings out of that bloke.
What was that? Pennies or pounds?
We're obviously fitter, a lot fitter, and getting fitter despite the COVID.
That's not true. I'll stand up and prove it.
At least you can stand up.
And so all in all, I think most of us are happy. So on to whoever's next to
happier. Still room for improvement.
Yep, Jens.
Yeah, I have to say, just re-say what everybody else has said. It was lovely to see the so-called fringe players, Dele and Winksy, step up. I thought they both played exceptionally well. I think it's been highly amusing to hear all of the Scouser fans this week, how Robertson's leg could have been broken and this, that, and the other. They obviously they always seem so blind to anything that their team does, and it's always everybody else's fault. But I mean, that's always been the way with them. I think it's a positive start to the festive season, and I'm hoping we're gonna hammer the hammers tonight with hatchets and spanners, and I think it'll be good.
Mm-hmm. And Arthur.
My opinion,
Yep.
It was a classic, real barnstormer, an echo back to the heights of Pochettino's reign when we were all playing and going for it. Loved the game, end to end. Mainly us, I have to say. I think we were the better side. I thought Liverpool were lucky. We could have scored a minimum of 5, possibly 6 goals if we'd taken our chances. I was going to say the new boys coming in, but the guys that used to play and no longer play, I'm trying to be diplomatic here, thought showed themselves up to be really, really good. And that meant Winks, Dele. It was great to see Sessegnon in full flow. He's proved to me now he is a man of quality. Trouble is he gets injured too easy. So he's out for another, 10 days or more? That's sad. But for the cup game, if we carry this over into the cup game, it's goodbye hammers.
Yeah. And Soham,
It
haven't seen you in
looks
some
like it's going
time.
to be goodbye
Yeah,
Delhi.
it's been a while. Yeah, been a while. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
all clear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
thanks.
I know. If you, whenever you hop on, right, you have your rants. Go ahead.
To be honest, there's not a lot to rant about this time. It was a good performance. It's been a while, but it was a good performance. So I was at this bar and we had a joint screening with the Liverpool fans. So there were like 20 odd Spurs fans and 20 odd Liverpool fans,
A
and
joint
we were
what?
all watching the match together. What do you say, Jamie?
A joint what? I thought that was
Screening.
a bit naughty. Okay, no.
Ah,
a
not
joint-
streaking. Screening, yeah. Anyway, yeah. But so yeah, great game, absolutely. We should have won. We definitely should have won that one. But yeah, typical Spursy.
Don't
Anyway,
say that word. You can say Tottenham till it kills me, but not that word.
anyway, yeah. But again, like everyone else, I'm just delighted about the way Wings and Delhi played. I mean, Delhi could have done better with that touch to Kane, where he was trying to set Kane up for a tap in, but then Allison got the ball. Maybe he could have done better there. But yeah, it's probably just rustiness on his part because he hasn't played a lot of regular football for a while now. So I'm kind of willing to forgive him for that because the rest of his performance was so good. Wings for me was man of the match, which is not a sentence I thought I would be saying in 2021, but yeah, here we go. And then there's Ryan Sessegnon, who was really a surprise for me. I like before the match, I thought we were going to get ripped apart by Mo Salah. Like Salah was going to have a field day against Sessegnon and Ben Davis, but he was missing throughout the match, to be honest. Like the Liverpool fans in the screening were chanting Mo Salah, and we were shouting back at them, no Salah. Like, where is Salah? He was not on the pitch. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, the great performance. Probably not the result we deserve, but I think it's a fair result at the end of the day because if Kane got sent off, it would have been a very different game altogether right from the start. So yeah, I guess it kind of just evens out in that way. So 2-2 is a fair result.
Yeah, that's true. And before I continue, I'll do some shout outs to the guys in the chats, right? Ishak Taha. All right, we'll get to that later. I'm hearing that our main targets in January are a striker and a right back, and it depends on selling players. It always depends on selling players, right? Right. And big up to Guguma. Hi, Guguma. All right. And Mark Swift, brother. Mark Swift. Yeah. Gang. Right. I heard Mo Salah is still missing. Okay, Adam says that. Okay. Did you find him anywhere, Soham?
Yeah, well, he's still in Davis's pocket, isn't he?
And Sessegnon's.
Yeah. But no, guys. For me, I think the team showed passion. They showed fight. Right? They didn't put their heads down when they went down, one down, or But the heads did go down a bit after the equalizer went in. Right? But we were lucky we held on, and I think Conte, did what he had to do. Right? And in the end, we got a fair result, right? I do consider a fair result because, like what Soham said, the Kane incident, right, could have been a different scenario, and most probably will be a totally different result. But happy for it. But we need consistency. That's one thing we really do need is the consistency of these players, right? And Jamie, have you anything to add to that?
No, I've just got a letter from my bank asking for information about whether my account's my account, which is not encouraging.
Okay, that's weird.
So,
All right. And did Levy send it to you?
no.
And of course, a big shout out to Cody Mack. Hi, Cody.
Hey,
Big up.
Hey, Cody.
Cody.
Yep. And then big up to Google Map, right? Okay. Since we've more or less gone through the Sunday game, right? And does somebody has a train passing by?
Yeah, that's me because my room is right by the road and it's a pretty busy road. So you have buses going by all the time.
Okay. Okay. Are you still in the hostel or you've moved back home?
Nah, I'm still in the hostel. Yeah.
Still in the hostel. All right. Okay. West Ham game. So now we have expectations, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. right? The West Ham game. Now we have expectations. Being a Spurs fan, whenever we have expectations,
Exactly.
it doesn't usually turn up too well, right? Right. So I'll go one by one again, right? Let's start this time with Ian.
I'm going 3-1 Tottenham.
Okay, right. Same lineup.
Oh God, sorry. No, it's funny enough. While you were talking there, I've written down what I think, because he said he'll rotate. Not necessarily the team I would pick, but I've gone with Lloris in goal. I hope he doesn't play Galini, for God's sake. Don't rate him. Tanganga, Dyer, Rodon, Davis, and Reggie as the back five. You're laughing at me. Why?
No,
No,
it's a
he's laughing
comment.
at.
No, it's like Cody Mack.
Oh,
Look at what Cody Mack
Arthur's
said.
looking quite. I wondered. It's not that funny a back. Anyway, if he doesn't get Rodon, I think you can safely say Rodon's on his way next month. Lucas Lo Celso, Dele in midfield. So as the three in midfield, and then Kane and Son up top. That's what I'm sort of looking at, the kind of team I think he'll go for. He's talked about rotating. He's talked about giving players a chance. And it seems that Rodon and Lo Celso, I know that Lo Celso's been injured, that he's the one that maybe needs to see if he can step up. Ideally, I want to see that partnership with Skip and Winks again. I think they could be the... and I don't know if Højbjerg's fit, but I think that could be a really quite dynamic partnership in the middle too. And that would also free Dele if he's going to play the kind of way he played on the Sunday, up there supporting Kane and Son. That quite excites me. But that's the sort of team I think we'll go with. I think he'll probably keep it pretty tight at the back, as he's started to move more towards a 5-3-2 than a 3-4-3. But we'll see. I mean, I think the great thing is we absolutely trust this man. And if he says this is the formation, these are the players, we trust him to deliver that. And I do expect us to win. West Ham are in a little bit of a lull. We've got home advantage. We're in good form. We're confident. We really should win. 3-1 Tottenham.
Okay. Jens?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go 2-1 Tottenham. I've heard some rumours about the state of the West Ham team. Apparently Bowen's out and Antonio. However, Antonio has not been playing particularly well recently, but this is their cup final, isn't it? So you would have thought most of their squad are going to, whoever plays will turn up. I think we'll have Lloris, Tanganga, Dyer, Sanchez, Davis. Is Reggie fit, do we know?
I think Reggie's fit and Sassignon's not. That's what I've heard.
Okay.
That's right.
Reggie, Dele, Winks, Skip, and I think it might go a bit different. I think he might play Moura and Kane, or Moura and Son up front. A little bit of rotation, not as much as maybe we'd like, but then again, we don't have such a large squad to be able to rotate massively like the other big lot. So, but I think we'll get it done. One of my worst experiences at the old White Hart Lane was getting beaten by West Ham when Tim Sherwood had just come in and he played Gylfi Sigurdsson and Chadley in the midfield. Central midfield. It was like, yeah, all right, mate, whatever. But yeah, I never heard the end of that because I work with a West Ham fan.
I nearly choked on my coffee there.
So yeah, but hopefully tonight we can shut them up.
Yep. Arthur?
Yeah, I think I'd agree with Ian. 3-1, I reckon. Yeah, 3-1, I would say. But again, it depends on what the sides are. If we carry the same attitude into this cup that we had on Sunday against Liverpool, then, as I said, I think it's bye-bye West Ham.
And Soham?
Yeah, am I muted? No, it's fine. Uh, my mind says it's going to be a 2-1 win because we are on a good form. West Ham have won just one out of their last 6 games, so we should win. But something in the back of my mind is saying that Mikel Antonio is going to come on as a 90th minute sub and head in a corner and send the game to extra time. Yeah,
Love your
Get him
optimism,
off.
Simon.
Get him
Love
off.
your
Yeah.
optimism.
yeah, absolutely no optimism there. But anyway, yeah, I think we're gonna have a 2-1 win today because again, I just said we're in a good enough form. We're playing at home. West Ham are in no form whatsoever, so we should win. In terms of the lineup, I think Lloris at goal and Kane up front. I think that's a lock. Now it just depends on who else plays on the pitch. I won't be surprised to see Matt Doherty either at right wing back because I don't think Tanganga has really convinced in that right wing back role yet. He's much better suited as the right centre back, and Conte seems to prefer Sanchez in that position. So I'm not sure if he's going to give another chance to Tanganga at right wing back. It's maybe Doherty. I think Reggie is going to be at the left wing back. It seems like he's back and he's fit to play. So if that's the case, then he'll be at left wing back. Rodon will probably play. I'm not sure if it's going to be in place of Mendy or it's going to be in place of Dyer, but it's probably going to be him. Maybe Tanganga as well at right center back. And one of either Dyer, Sanchez, or Davis is going to stay in the team. I'm not sure who. I'm probably going to go with Dyer simply because of how good he's been, especially at that center, and just spraying balls out wide. And he's been excellent while doing that. So I think he's going to retain his place. The other two are going to sit. Um, in terms of the center midfield, I actually think we're going to play 3-4-3 this time around. I think all of Kane, Son, and Mora are going to start. And in the middle of the park, I think it's going to be. I think Skip is back to play this match, so I think Skip will be there. And in terms of the other guy, I think it's going to be Wings. I don't think he's going to go. But then again, he seems to prefer Skip Wings in a 3-5-2 formation, so I'm not even sure if that works. Yeah, Skip is probably a lock. Who plays alongside him is going to be the question. I don't think, while Tommy did provide the assist for Kane, I don't think his general play showed a high enough level to merit a place ahead of Wings. Uh, Again, yeah, not a sentence I thought I'd be saying going into 2022, but yeah. Anyway, so I think it's going to be Skip and Wings. Let's just stick with Skip and Wings for a while, and then Kane, Mora, and Son up front. So yeah, that's my lineup.
Okay. And Kuva.
Well, obviously 5-0 Spurs. I mean, West Ham are due to get absolutely pounded any day soon. I mean, they've been living on this elevated level for far too long now. We're due a big win. We got to get revenge on them from earlier in the season when we didn't have a proper manager. It's different now. We're on a roll. Harry Kane's hitting the net again. Let's have a hat trick for Kane. I just noticed in the comments, is it Amzo saying 5-0 as well? Yeah, let's have some. And he says Kane hat trick. I agree. Yeah, let's have it. We're going to actually smash these bunch of clowns. As soon as the floodgates, as soon as we get one, they'll have a push on attack a bit more, give us a bit more room. We'll get the second, then the floodgates will open, and they'll suddenly start remembering who the better team is around here. Our players are better than theirs. I don't care what anybody says. We've got Harry Kane, we've got Heung-min Son. What have they got? Sort of COVID struck Antonio. Nothing to worry about. Let's just smash them, ridicule them afterwards, and wave at them as they're on their way back down the table on this beautiful little slide they've started. So long, West Ham.
You're a big fan then, Kuva,
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
a big fan of West Ham. Yeah, but Arthur, I think there's some background noise coming from your side. So let me test this one more time.
With no noise at all.
Okay, now it's better. All right. Okay, that sounds better. All right, before I go on, big up to Wayne Bonner, right? Always a big supporter, right? There's something in the chat talking about Golini, right? To tell the truth, I don't like Golini. He's doesn't give me any kind of thing at all, right? And of course, Derek Hutchinson, big up to Derek Hutchinson, 3-2. Mark Swift says 3-2. Cody Mack says 2-0. Right. And according to Ishak, West Ham has about 7 players out. Right. 7 players out. So let's see what happens there. Big up to Emzo. Emzo says 5-0. Yeah, Emzo, 5-0, right? And let's see what Cody Max has to say here. Right. I have a feeling that
Yeah.
the draw against LFC will have the players hungry. Okay. And all those squandered easy chances. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, if we play against Liverpool, we took our chances, right? It'll be a totally different results coming out. But it is what it is. A draw is a fair result for that day, right? Considering everything that was there, right? And everything that was happening. And Jamie, what do you think about West Ham?
Unfortunately, this email's got me a bit up, so I'm a bit distracted at the moment. I just hope that we get a good result against them.
All right. Yeah. No, Jamie. Just remember, there's scammers email tools, right? Just be careful, right? With a bank account and all that. Yeah. Just remember that. Okay. Also, like I said, we've been given expectations, right? And like what Soham says, right? There's always this inkling in his mind something will go wrong. But I understand one thing is that whoever goes out there on that day, right, is chosen by Conte, right? And Conte we trust. So, but then I've got this another little feeling behind me, like thinking that will Conte sacrifice this cup again? Like what happened, right, during the Mura game? So to me, let's see how it goes. But expectations are there.
The definite injuries, the definite people who are out for West Ham are Ogbonna and Zuma, Kufal, and they've got Cresswell and Fredericks as doubts.
All right. That's 4.
That's 5 altogether. Ogbonna, Zuma, Kufal, Cresswell, and Fredericks.
Okay, that's 5 altogether. All right.
Yeah, but the last 2 are doubts. They're not.
That
definite.
means if the Bonner is not there and Zuma is not there, that means their defense is shaky again.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, I mean, if we do play a strong team, like having Kane and Son in front again, like what Coover says, maybe, did you say that, Coover, with Mora?
Sorry, did I say?
Son, Kane, and Mora up front 3.
I was saying that on a previous show. It could be because you can't ignore what Lucas Moura did the other week with that fantastic goal he had. And if West Ham are depleted as well, I wouldn't fancy being them and seeing Lucas Moura having a run at me with now that he's lifting his head up and playing in the passes as well as getting the shots away. He could be raring to go. And I think Cody Mack summed it up when he's saying it's basically Liverpool. It feels like they're the appetizer, and West Ham, they are just one big juicy steak waiting for this mad dog that's been awoken to come and savage it. We're just gonna swallow them alive. I'll just feel it. It's coming. It's coming.
All right. Let me see who else is joining us at the moment. Special guest. All right. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
I think you Chris, you have the YouTube channel on in the background or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
I think you.
Is that better?
Yes. All right, that's better. All right. How are you doing, Chris?
Yeah, good. Thank you. And yourselves?
Yeah. Okay, just to bring you up to speed, we were talking about the Sunday game. And after about Sunday game, we're talking about the next game coming up against West Ham. Have your say.
Yeah, I think
You were at the Sunday game, right, Chris?
No, I
you were
wasn't
at the
game,
stadium.
no.
Oh, you went to the game. All right, you went to the game. All right.
No, so we're talking about West Ham now, are we?
No, the Sunday game first, then West Ham.
Okay. Sunday game, great result, really, considering everything, really. It was, we should have won, really. We started off a bit shaky and then we grew into it. It was a 3-5-2 and, that worked well. And, the long ball's up and, Kane got a goal finally, which is good. So all in all, with all the decisions with the ref and everything, I think, it was a fair result in the end.
Mm-hmm. And the upcoming game, West Ham?
Yeah, I think they've got a few players out at the moment, and yeah, hopefully we'll stuff them. That's what I'm hoping for.
All right.
So
And
hopefully
any
2-1 or
any
something.
any comments on the lineups? Do you think we should change it or maintain it or?
Well, as long as Galini doesn't go in goal, I don't mind that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true.
Yeah, I mean they've got a few players out, so I think they've got a weaker defence. So I think it'll be a fairly similar lineup as before, just with a few tweaks here and there.
Right. And since the West Ham game, that all of us have all this expectation, right? Do you feel like Soham, right? There's some inkling behind you, right? Something's going to happen.
I'm hopeful, but going on past experience, you don't want to raise your expectations too much.
Yeah. Being a Spurs fan, right? Just being a Spurs fan. Right. And of course, okay, the next thing most probably we're talking about, right, will be January is coming soon. Right. And then how many more days before the transfer window opens?
Good question.
10,
8, 9.
10.
9. Well,
10.
say from the first.
It's the 22nd today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it open on the 1st of January?
So say
Yeah.
9 days.
Yeah,
9 days or
9
so.
days, 10 days, 10 days.
Yeah, 9-10 days or so. Right.
Yeah, but
Right,
to be honest,
so-
for us, it'll be 40 days, won't it? That'll be the 31st
yeah.
of January when we start doing some business.
That's normally how Spurs does.
Perhaps UEFA will throw us out of the transfer window.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the transfer window. Okay, there was a question earlier by I think Cody, right, during the Talk to K show. I think Kuva and I were there, right? Anybody else? Kuva and I were there. Yeah. And Cody asked, right, what do you think our net spend will be for the January transfer window? First person I go to, right, will be Arthur.
Sorry, I was distracted then.
No.
So,
Yeah. Our net spend for January, what do you think it will be?
Oh, that's a difficult one. 50 million.
Net spend 50 million. Okay, that's optimistic. Right, 50 million. Right. Next person I'll go to, right, will be Ian.
Yeah, I think we might spend more. My view of this transfer window is that we all know that January is a notoriously difficult month to do business, and it's an even harder month to do good business in. So for me, it's not a matter of just spending money. It's a matter of spending the right money in the right areas. We've done. I mean, people complain, and I've said this on other shows. People complain about the lack of spending, but over the last couple of years, well, Sissoko was a little bit longer ago, but the two recent big signings were Ndombele for a reputed £63 million and Lo Celso for £42 million. So the bottom line is anybody can spend £100 million, but neither of those players have been anything near value for money, and both might be. For example, Ndombele was one of the disappointments in a great team performance on Sunday, despite the quality of his ball through to Kane. His overall contribution just isn't good enough for him to sustain a place in the side. And we'll lose money on him. Lo Celso, the jury is still out on Lo Celso, and I think he'll play tonight, and it's a big game for him. He's another one that might easily get moved on. The Italian clubs are clearly in some financial difficulty, and Milan, wasn't it, who got pumped out of the Champions League? So it might be there are some players available at the right prices, and certainly we know Conte and Paratici know that market and know it well. But the secret is to get the right players at the right price in the right positions. We know we need another forward, backup forward.
Gentlemen,
Hold
can
on.
I hold you up? I had some
is it
special
Kim?
guests.
No, it's Brian and Kim. Hi,
Yeah.
Brian.
Hi, Brian
Yeah.
Kim. Welcome to the show.
Big up to these two.
Yeah.
So,
How is everyone?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
good,
doing well.
Good here. Thanks, Brian.
yeah, I think someone commented in the chat earlier that we prioritised a forward has to be the guy from Fiorentina who's named, the Serbian from Fiorentina. He would be absolutely fantastic. I mean, I've watched a little bit of him. It's not only his goal scoring, his movement in and around the box. Brian, I think, has given me a nod there. His movement is so impressive, and I could see him and Kane working really well together. One coming forward, one coming back, taking defenders out of position for the Winks and the Sons to exploit the pace. I'm even getting excited thinking about it. A right wing back. I think the suggest Doherty will be moved on. Maybe there's some doubts about Royale. They're the two areas that he's meant to be prioritising. But again, we were talking not long ago about a creative midfield player. I'll just finish quickly, Arthur. Doesn't seem to be as much of a priority, and another central defender, and that doesn't appear to be as big a priority at the moment either. So let's see. I'm done.
All right. Okay, Arthur, yes.
Just a quickie. Don't forget Dybala's on a free.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, he'd be a great
Dybala's
player.
on the field. Yeah, that'll be great.
Oh,
That'll be
yeah.
great. Oh, yeah. Yep. That's great. And Jens, net spends.
Net spend 75 pence.
I was going to say fiver.
Yeah, that is a good question. Maybe in the region of 10 to 20 million. I have a feeling that we're going to look to do what we seem to have been doing recently, which is loan to buy, and see if we can get some players in just originally on loan and then spend the money in the summer or whenever. I'm just reading a little bit here. There's still interest in Kessie, but this is a new one on me. They're interested in Clement Lenglet from Barcelona. Langlais, sorry. My apologies. Je ne parle français. May we.
Yeah.
But also another interesting one is Nicola Barella from Inter. I think he'd be absolutely brilliant. I think he's a great player.
Yeah.
But if they are looking to concentrate on a forward, then Insignia and Blahovic. And I heard another name the other day. I think it was something like Scamarella or something. Not Scamaranga. But yeah, I'd be. I'm very. I always get excited when it comes up to the transfer window, but this one I'm very excited because I just have a feeling that Mr. Conte wouldn't have come unless Levy has made him some promises.
Agreed.
So I am excited for this one. But then again, this is Tottenham. They're only going to let me down again, aren't they?
Yeah. A big shout out to Simon. Big up, Simon. Thanks for the support, right? And of course, what Simon says here, right? I'm not sold on Kessie yet, right? But of course, next person, let's go to Soham. Soham, what do you think our net spend will be?
In terms of net spend, if you ask, I think it's going to be like 15-20 million, but in the minus because we'll sell Bergwijn and we won't buy anyone. But no, on a serious note, I hope we'll buy someone. We recently got linked with Frank Kessie, but apparently Kessie has been dreadful this season for Milan. Like Milan fans on Reddit were just complaining all over the place about how Frank Kessie has been just gone. But yeah, we also got linked with this guy, Florian Grealish, but he's more like a midfield destroyer type of a player. So like early Wanyama before he got injured.
Where's he from?
He's from Hoffenheim.
Right, okay.
He doesn't stick his hand.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if he's the fit anymore because, I mean, between Højbjerg and Skip, we kind of have the players for that role. If anything, like you said, Nicolo Barella, that kind of player would be really good for us right now. Players who can play the ball progressively and can carry it as well. Someone like that would be really good. And Barella is really good at taking up advanced positions like Ali as well. So someone like that would be really good. I think in terms of players that we might be looking at, to be honest, I don't think we'll buy anyone in January. I think it's just going to be I think we are going to bank on the summer transfer window, but then that's not going to happen either. And then Conte is going to kick up a fuss, and then he's going to leave. Okay, yeah, I'm in a really negative mood today. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, yeah. But no, I think there's a lot of players to be had. Like I'm looking at, come on, go ahead. So I'm looking at players who are available on a free next season. In terms of their market values on transfermarket.com, I see some deals there to be had. I mean, someone just mentioned this guy, Paulo Dybala, a few minutes ago. I am not that keen on Dybala anymore because his performance just is dropping off as he's getting older. Brozovic could be a good one. Rudiger is probably not someone that we'll be able to get. Nicholas Sule is someone we could have a look at Bayern because Sule has been excellent for them. And his contract also runs out in the summer. Dennis Zakaria looks decent. I mean, he's not been that good for a while now. Boubacar Kamara, apparently there's a lot of hype over this guy. I don't know how good or bad he is. That's something to be looked at. I'm pretty sure Alessio Romagnoli was available on a free next summer from AC Milan, and we don't have a left-footed centre-back right now. I'm pretty sure Romagnoli's contract runs out next. Yeah, here he is. Yeah. So Romagnoli is a player I think we could look at because we don't have a left-footed centre-back right now. So I think Rodon is going to be ultimately moved on. I don't think Rodon has a long-term future at the club. And I think another player who might be moved on, who might need to be moved on is Sanchez because even though all the players have improved, Sanchez just hasn't improved as much as the others have at that centre-back. And I feel like out of those three, like Sanchez, Dyer, and Davies, Sanchez still looks the most air-prone to me. So I think in the long run, like not in January. I don't think we're selling anyone else. Like Bergwijn is the closest thing that we have right now in January. Everyone else will be moved on in the summer. But yeah, so in terms of January signings, I'm not expecting anything. Maybe just Bergwijn will be moved out. So yeah, that's
okay. And
is it just
Brian,
me or is anyone else getting an awful lot of feedback?
Arthur and Brian. Yeah, I think it's coming from your side. But never mind. Brian, go ahead. Haven't seen you some time. How are you doing, brother?
Okay, so you can hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, let's address Rudiger. In what world do you think he's coming when Chelsea are rumoured to be offering him about 400,000? I'll leave that there because that's all that needs to be said on it. He's not coming to Tottenham. Forget it. There's only one striker that we need and one striker we should get. Dusan Vlahovic.
Exactly.
End of story. But as I said with you, Eugene, there's no way we're not going to. Everyone thinks we're going to spend this money. Everyone thinks, and believe me, I would love to come on your stream and go, do you know what? I was wrong. Levy's got me again. I've got to get another tattoo or something. But wake up. It's in January. It's going to be it's the January. We'll do it. Listen, we're rumoured. What we should have been doing right now. Yes, we need class, and we know we need some world-class players, but we don't need it in normal Daniel Levy in Tottenham way, where the window opens in January. Oh, let's start talking, and let's drag it out for 3 weeks, and then we get them at the last week. These need to be sharp signings. As soon as that window opens, they need to be at least in talks and getting them done, because there's a lot of people after these players. For me, Davinson Sanchez, I love him. I've always tried to stand by him. He's not the most, like I keep saying, he's not the most aesthetically pleasing defender. He's an old school, just get the ball away and be done with it. But he has improved under Conte. He played the best in a back three. For me, the two players we need are Dusan Vlahovic and a creative midfielder. That I don't actually have the name for a player. I don't have the name, but we need creativity. And then people are going to say, yeah, but look what Winks and Dele did, which is good, which it was great, but they need to do it consistently. And the way they do this consistently is by having competition for places and say, right, listen, you're up against these guys. Look at left back right now with Sessegnon coming through. That he's not just there to make the numbers now with Reguilon. He's there as genuine competition, and that's what a football club should have. People that come in You're not backup. We need to get rid of that word backup and change it for the word competition. And that's what will unite the team and get the team going better. So for me, I don't think. Do we need another central defender? Yeah, I think we do. But I think the defenders we've got enough with Romero to come back till the end of the season. They're not the major issues for me in January. And I just have to say a very, very quick hello because I saw him on. I'm very pleased to see Mr. Agenbar back on the stream. And Chris, I'm going to be at the you know the place. I'll be 2 hours before the Palace game. So if you're about going to the game, I'll see you there.
Yeah, if I'm there, I'll pop over.
Wicked.
Yeah. And Chris, do you think we'll spend?
I'm very much like Ricky. You know, in terms of it'll be like loan to buy kind of thing, and I don't think we'll be spending much, not in the January transfer window. If we do, it'll be because we sold a player. And if we do bring in someone, they're not going to come in straight away. It's going to be for next season, unfortunately.
Again, yeah, that's what we always do.
Yeah, I'm hearing unfortunate noises from France about this Papa Sarr guy. He doesn't seem to be playing an awful lot at the moment, and when he is playing, he's not playing very well. So I think it would be an idea. Well, I don't know. You know, he's probably chomping at the bit to get over here, isn't he? Mets are near the bottom of the league and not playing very well, so he wants to come over and prove himself. So that might be a reason. I'm not sure if we can't get him in the January transfer window. See if we can do a deal then. I haven't seen him play. Does anyone know what his style of play is? Is he a playmaker? Is he a defensive midfielder? Is he another Winks?
I personally, I see him becoming a box-to-box type player.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's possibly a defensive midfielder, but I think he's got more in his locker than that. So
okay.
I think we might see the same sort of thing we saw with Skippy, just adding to his game if he comes over. But at the moment, it's sounding like it's going to be a classic Daniel Levy signing, doesn't it?
Yeah. You've got to remember he's one for the future.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
But so's Davison
nice big wage, nice big wage increase when he joins us. Doesn't have to bother playing again. Thank you, Dele Alli. That's the way forward.
And Jamie, everything okay, Jamie?
Not really. So
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna. I'll be back in a few minutes once I've read this email.
All right. Okay. Just stay in the back room for a while. Yeah.
Make sure it's kosher first. Don't forget to do all the checks and stuff like that.
No, it is kosher. The problem is being able to contact them from the Philippines is not easy.
Right. Okay.
So
All right.
Good luck.
it's from my bank. Okay.
All right. Take care. Take care.
See you soon, Jay.
Yeah. All right, Brian. Any updates for us on the Bobby situation, Brian?
Yeah, so I'm going to use basically Kim should make this a hashtag because it's so basically the update is there is no update. That's the new hashtag. So whichever way you want to look at it, obviously he's in Milton Keynes. He's there's no change. He's stable, so at least he's trending in the right. Since he's moved to Milton Keynes, one thing I will say, and I'll say this on behalf of Kim. When he was originally at Harlow, the miscommunication and the understanding and the diagnosis was very, very not alarming, but was so inconsistent and so irregular. Kim had to bang doors down to get any kind of contact and find out any information. And obviously Iris and Glenn and Arthur were here supporting her, but it was obviously when she wasn't knowing what's going on, and then we moved Bobby, and they don't tell her anything. But what I will say is the Milton Keynes hospital that he's at, he's gone from Sunday League to Premier League in way of care. Like literally, whenever Kim needs to speak to someone, Kim picks up the phone. Someone always answers. If Kim needs to, or they need to talk to Kim, bang. So it's very, very regular contact. It's not. I think Kim speaks to them twice a day. Always there to speak to Kim. So at the moment, the way it's going, because as you can understand, I don't expect it to stop. Everyone is going house Bob. I mean, one thing's for sure. I wish I could be with him when he wakes up, because when he wakes up and turns his phone on, it's going to explode. Just ping, 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 ping. It's been incredible. But yeah, so like I said, the reason where some days we haven't said anything, if you don't hear anything, basically it's exactly the same. Because basically the update is there is no update. But the good thing is Milton Keynes, and if anyone is watching that works in Milton Keynes Hospital, you're doing a goddamn amazing job looking after someone that's very, very loved and near and dear to everyone's hearts. But yeah, as we speak, he's at 45% still on the oxygen. One thing Kim did tell me is obviously sometimes they rotate him throughout the day to relieve some of the pressure off his lungs, so he gets a bit more breathing. And I think yesterday, I'm meaning this pipe. So thank you. And apparently the other day they didn't need to rotate. They didn't feel the need to rotate him, so maybe his lungs are getting a little bit more stronger. Or I don't know the medical terminology for it, but yeah, as we speak. If there is the updates, there are no updates. If there is an update, believe me, this Spurs community will know as soon as Kim and I know.
Yep. Thank you for the information, Brian. Right, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, Ishak has asked, is Bob in hospital? I think most people know the story, but I may as well just do this. And if I get any of this wrong, then someone will tell me. But we're probably coming up about 10 days ago, Ishak. Bobby was diagnosed with COVID. He hasn't had the greatest of health. He had heart surgery earlier in the year. And he was taken into Harlow Hospital, where initially he seemed okay, but then he was put onto a ventilator. At the beginning, his oxygen levels were 60%, which is okay, but that deteriorated to 80%, which is then the critical level, and was put onto a ventilator, which involves being put into an induced coma. And I think, what are we talking about? Maybe a week ago, it was looking touch and go. As Brian says, he was moved then to Milton Keynes Hospital, and I gather the care is much better. They're saying Sunday League to Premier League. Well, that paints a nice picture. And as I understand it, and I'm not a medical man, but the lung function is now back at 45%. Obviously, the lower the better. And no news in that sense is good news in that there's improvement. It's going to be long, it's going to be slow, but no deterioration. And Bob, I presume, is going to be on that ventilator and in the induced coma for a little while. Hence your comment about when he wakes up. But we're going in the right direction. I think. I hope that is that a fair summary. Just for if there is.
It's completely fair. One thing I didn't add, which obviously you covered as well. One thing the doctors have said is obviously even though he is there and his like I said his oxygen levels or dependency on the machine to do the oxygen work for him got higher than 80. 80 was when they're like, right, we can't let. And it's but the one thing they have said is just because he's trending in the right direction, manage your expectations, because it doesn't mean because he's just trending that way all of a sudden he's just going to come back. There could be a time, please God there's not, where because at one point they'll try and wake him up, and if he's not strong enough they'll put him straight back on it. So he's trending in the right direction. Everything right now is listen, trending in the right direction or staying stable in that condition is the best news we can hope for. Well, obviously we want him to say, oh, he's awake and everything's good and he's coming home, but this is step by step, day by day, minute by minute, and all that jazz. But yeah, pretty much you gave the short version, pretty much bang on the money.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, Shaq, I hope that helps you anyway.
Yep. And all right, of course we will, Ishak. Of course we will. All right. Yeah. I hope there'll be a side effects when he wakes
We don't
up.
know. I mean, obviously he's got pneumonia with it as well now. When Bob, I don't know why, but pneumonia seems to be a bad friend of his that picks up every time he goes into hospital because he caught it when he had his first heart surgery. So again, whilst he's out, we have no idea. We have no idea. I mean, we hear about COVID and some people maybe and some don't, and let's just hope he's on the latter. So we honestly have no idea. No idea. And if there was any news on that, I'm sure Kim and myself would obviously talk about that before releasing it to the world. It's very hard for Kim mainly. She's taken a hell of a lot on And she has done so. I say it in front of the great man himself, and he knows exactly what I've been talking about. His daughter deserves a goddamn medal or whatever it is, because what she has been through and what she has done for someone that they're just a new. It goes to show when you get into a new relationship, especially with those kids from it's a lot of stuff to take on, and and what Kim has done is just out. You could not wish for a better person to find a better person. Oh, he walked in just something and you offered him. Oh, good. So yeah, this girl deserves a goddamn medal. And yeah, so if anything happens, obviously on the positive side or negative side, everyone will know. But yeah, I've just been basically saying that the updates and no updates is basically the new hashtag, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so we don't know anything negative, but obviously I'm back home. It's got the whole Spurs community, wherever you are in the world. It's got the main person, Kim, got this one and Kim's mum as well. Kim's brother have been fantastic. So the man is in the greatest possible care all over the world. And yeah, like I said, we don't know anything about when he wakes up, its side effects or whatever. And we'll cross that bridge, please God, when we get to it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And Brian, before you joined, right, we were talking about the West Ham game. Any feelings on that?
Like I said, for every stream I do now, every single game I'm predicting 4-1 in honour of Bob Spur himself. 4-1, 4-1, 4-1, all the games. You know what? I was speaking to Kim, sir. Obviously, you know I'm part of an ENIC Out group that I'm on. So it's already kicking off with West Ham fans. Obviously, they've been singing. I don't know if people have been watching the World Darts Championships, but there's a load of West Ham fans there singing that. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. And today there's a few Spurs fans there to kind of rectify that. And there's been a couple of pubs that have been vandalised, one of them being the Two Brewers. So that's been done out. So it's going to be a feisty game. And I think right now I was saying, do you know what? Before Conte came in and Nuno was near the end, I was like, do you know what? I don't think there's a team in the Premier League that players want to play more than Spurs right now, because we're just in a mess. Well, right now, West Ham don't want to be coming to Tottenham. On the back of that Liverpool game, the fans will be absolutely pumped up more than the Liverpool game. And if they put in a performance like that, with the players and the stadium rocking like we know it can be, I don't think West Ham stand a chance, especially that I'm hearing Antonio and Bowen are both out because they've caught coronavirus.
Yeah. Right, so that means we have high expectations for this game tonight. So let's hope we meet those expectations, right? But what I saw on Sunday gave me a lot of hope. All right. Yes, Ian.
Yeah, no, just my Twitter lit up, and it's an Arsenal supporter that one of my old school friends has tweeted. I'm hearing that Paulo Dybala of Juventus will be agreeing terms and signing on a free for Spurs in the next few days, and then surely bigger clubs like Arsenal, Burnley, and Fulham can get him. So that's a little bit tongue in cheek from him. But that's someone who's reasonably well connected in North London. So here's hoping. I like him. Here's hoping.
I like Dybala. I like Dybala a lot.
Anyway, I'm just reporting what I'm told.
Yeah, but like I said, right? Yeah, breaking news from Ian. Yeah, but I'm saying
I understand a bit of ribbing about bigger teams and then putting Arsenal up there. I understand that joke, but I can't understand him equating Arsenal to Birmingham or Fulham. That's a bit unfair.
I have to say, talking of that, did you see what the Sunderland fans were singing yesterday?
Yeah.
Sunderland fans at Arsenal were singing when the Spurs go marching in. So big up to the Sunderland fans.
I was on, just quickly, I was on Murray's show last night, but I had the football on silent. Their fourth goal, Arsenal, I hate to say it, was an absolutely glorious goal.
They're looking good. You can't deny it. They're looking good, Ian.
Ian, do I hear an echo?
Where's your red shirt today?
You do. It's just one of those football goals I just love to see. I wish it was an Arsenal that scored it, but alas, it doesn't. It doesn't make it. Just see a Mark Swift's comment in the Arsenal supporters have friends. Yeah, so we call it missionary work. But no, that
all right.
fourth goal was the kind of goal I would pay money to watch, even if it was scored by them. Just have to accept it. But anyway, great. I'll shut up for a bit.
All right, guys. That's it. Expectations are there, right? And the Gooners already in the semi-finals. So that means if we do beat West Ham, we do have a chance of maybe meeting them, and that's going to be a hell of a game if we do meet them, right? Yeah, and it's a two-legged game again, right? This year.
Well, no, at the moment it normally is a two-legged game, but what they've been saying now with these kind of with all these COVID games getting rearranged, everything, not just our games, they may do it again as just a one-leg tie to try and free up some time to get these backdated games going. But it all depends who gets into the semi-final and how many games they have backed up. So if it's like, I don't know how many, I don't think Arsenal have had a game called off because of COVID. I can't recall Arsenal. We obviously have, and then it depends who the other two are that go in. And if they've had any other games, I mean, I can't remember the other two quarterfinals. I don't really care, to be honest.
Brentford and Chelsea and Liverpool and Leicester.
Liverpool and Leicester, yeah.
There will be three London clubs in the semis, so
yeah, I mean, if Leicester get in, we've had our game with them postponed already. Brentford, I think, have had a couple, so it could be a one-leg. But as it stands right now, it's gone back to the two-legged.
Yeah. But I heard the FA Cup replays have been.
They've been got wages.
Yeah, they stopped that, right? The FA Cup replays and all that, right? Just give me a big. Let me do a big shout out to Rich Sports, right? Rich, yeah, thanks for your support, right? And of course, what does Ishak say? Ishak, Brian, do you think of us being out of the what do you think of us being out of Conference League, right? Okay.
So do you know what? I had this chat yesterday, and I said this on Mari's. Until I spoke to the wonderful Kim, I was really, really pissed off that we were out of it. And the reason I was because I wanted to win a trophy. That's all I want to see. Tottenham, I don't care what kind of trophy it is, win a goddamn trophy. But then when I was with Kim yesterday, and we were chatting and we were talking about this, and Kim was like, do you know what? If you look at it, since Conte's come in, he has not had the time he's just had in the block for getting ready for Liverpool to train with the players. It's been like a couple of days game, rest, a couple of days cup game or Europa game or whatever. Now he's got a consistent amount of time to say, do you know what? And if he could put that kind of performance in after this 2-week delay because of COVID and washouts, and that's with a team coming from a COVID outbreak, that's what he can do, then do you know what? Have as much time as you need on the training grounds and then literally do what you do, because honestly, that performance against Liverpool was frightening. It was frightening for other teams to see that's what he's doing after that little break with a COVID outbreak in the team. And you just think what he can do with a full pre-season or whatever. That is frightening. So where I was exceedingly pissed off, I'm not happy now that I don't think it's Conte that's doing it, but apparently they're thinking of appealing it. I'm like, you know what? Don't bother. I mean, you know what? We've gone out of this cup. Whether you like it, think it's a Mickey Mouse Cup, a Tin Pot, whatever you want to call it. We always said if we lose it, we're going to get banter. If we win it, we're going to get banter. We've been kicked out away via a forfeit, but then if we go back in and we win it, it's just a mess now. It's like we're out. Just take it on the chin. UEFA have been corrupt or whatever. We literally, it wasn't because we didn't fancy playing. There was a genuine outbreak, and we feared for the players and fans as well as their families. So listen, we're out. Deal with it. Just work on the training pitch and just get ready for Europe next season, whether it be Europa League or Champions League.
Yeah. And Chris, right, you've been quiet for a while. Just get your opinion. What about the Conference League? How do you feel?
Just unmute myself, sorry. Yeah, I was obviously disappointed at first. You know, again, like everyone else, you want to win a trophy. And, you know, I've actually got a friend out in Albania as well, so that would have been a good opportunity to go over. But, yeah, I mean, you know, now, you know, if we're not in it, we've got time to prepare for other games. You know, gives Conte more time to work on certain things, and you know, in the long run, be better for us.
In the long run, yeah, that's true. Long run will be better for us. Yeah. Yeah, Simon's in the chat. Yeah, Simon's in the chat. He's
Big
watching.
up, Simon,
Big up,
man.
Simon. Big up, Si. Big up, Si. Right. And Kuva.
Okay, well, which point am I going to respond to?
Conference League.
Conference League. I'm angry that we were kicked out of it because, like Brian at first saying about it's a trophy, I'm so sick to death of this regime, Levy's regime of aim for top four. Nothing else seems to matter. It's all about the money. We never do anything with the extra money we get. You get the occasional marquee signing that turns out to be rubbish. Occasionally, he'll get a hit on something, like the famous 5 replacing Gareth Bale. I mean, at the end of the day, it was only really Ericsson that did anything worthwhile. Shadley was okay. Had a bit out of Lamella, but not a lot otherwise. But we see it over and over every season. Disregard the cup that seems to be this lesser cup, as it were. But we get nothing. We just have an empty trophy cabinet, and it just goes on. And it's 20 years of this. I'm sick of it. I want to have a trophy, even if it's the Conference League. Just get the ball rolling. We've got something in there. At least then, we can stop the jokes about empty trophy cabinets for a start. If Arsenal this season, I mean, with luck, they end up with nothing. If we just get one trophy and top 4, something like that, that'll be a great season for us. If Arsenal get absolutely nothing again, even better. So I'm just sick of not going for things we're capable of winning. If we decide not to appeal this thing, and then heaven forbid, we end up losing to, say, West Ham or perhaps in the next round, and fail on the League Cup, we're suddenly then looking at 2 of the 3 realistically winnable trophies this season we're already out of. And then we got to push for the league. Well, I suppose if we get this miraculous transfer window in January, perhaps we could push for the league. The way things are improving, you never know. But it brings to the other point of the transfer budget, which Jens was saying 75 pence jokingly, and of course that's a ridiculous sum. I mean, Conte would be saying he wants something Italian, so he'd at least push for the price of a cornetto out of Levy. Won't get any more than that, though, I think. So,
Jens, Jens, are you still there, Jens? Hi, Jens. No, I think he's stepped off for a while. So, Ian, Conference League.
I want us to win a trophy as well, but I think there's got to be some realism here. I think I was on with Arthur Ankim at one point last night. There is a whoa. Thanks. To win the Conference League, we have to beat Rennes. We have to beat Austria Vienna, and then we have to win over 2 legs in a last 32, a last 16, a last 8, a last 4, and then a final. That's 12 extra games on top of the games with Leicester, Brighton, and Burnley that we've got to rearrange. That's 15 games that people want us to try and fit in between now and May and win that cup. We're playing tonight. We're all optimistic we're going to win tonight. That's 16 games because we've then got a semi-final. We expect to beat Morecambe, so that's a 4th round tie, and we hope to progress in the FA Cup. Unless people seriously want us to be playing, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, for 3 months. We have to be realistic. And much as I'm pissed off we've been kicked out of this tournament, in my view, is a blessing in disguise. And I think we've got the players to win one of the 2 cups. Top 4 is critical. because we all want to watch Champions League football. And the money doesn't hurt because the stadium and what have you needs Champions League football. We hope to be able to attract better players by playing Champions League football. And I actually think Conte wouldn't have come to Tottenham unless he actually thinks he can build and will be given the resources to build a team that will challenge for the league itself. He's a league-winning manager. He's not a League Cup-winning manager. So I think the big picture for me is better that we're out of it. We concentrate on the 2 domestic cups. We concentrate on getting into the top 4. And then next year, hopefully, Levy has resourced Conte for us to be really pushing on as a club. I think it's a blessing in disguise.
Yep. Let me give a big shout out to Scott. Hi, Scotty. All right. How's it in Canada? How cold is it in Canada? Must be very cold there now. All right. And Arthur?
I just want to apologise for my sort of erratic. It just came as a bit of a shock because it's still it's mid-afternoon, and them having these kind of requests, and with it just being Christmas, it's totally the wrong time for them to be putting the wind up me. So
Okay, we'll go to it after in the back room on that. Right, Arthur?
No, I was just going to say, I think none of us have heard anything at the moment, and this is the modern Spurs way. I've got a feeling there's quite a few plans going on for buying new players come this transfer window, and definitely the summer one. So although I'd like to win a trophy, I'm not desperate. It happens this season. I'd like it to, but I'm not desperate because I know we are going to start winning trophies and accolades.
Yeah, and Jens, you got to go off soon, right? Have your
no, I just popped off for 5 minutes. I've just come back.
Okay.
So,
all right.
What was the question?
Yeah, what's your say about the Conference League? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I have to say I was a bit gutted because I want a trophy. Now, what Arthur was saying, I said that all through the Pochettino reign. I thought it was going to happen during Joel's reign as well. I'm getting a bit impatient now. I think it's it was probably one of the most winnable. I mean, we did have some dire performances in it. But once you get through into the second round, there were maybe Leicester and was it Roma? Did they drop into it? I can't remember.
Roma did as well.
Roma's always been it.
Were they? Okay, sorry. I think it was very winnable. I always think that we're going to win the League Cup every season as well. So that is probably League Cup, and the Europa League would have been a good chance. But there is a plus, as Brian said, that he's had more time with the players on the training pitch. I'm not one of those people who thinks that 4th place is a cup. I mean, it's very important for the finances, obviously, because we get a lot of money from the Champions League. But growing up, starting to support Spurs in 1980, I saw some glory years, and those cups were glorious. And I'd like to see that again.
That's true. Go ahead, Kuba.
Yeah, I'd like to add to that as well. We've been conditioned as fans by ENIC to lower expectations, so we're now looking at things that we shouldn't be celebrating as a fan base. We've got to the stage where we're cheering clean sheets for Hugo Lloris instead of cheering goals. We're spending the least money in the Premier League out of all the clubs on transfers as being a good thing. Why is that a good thing? What's that got to do with winning trophies? It's nothing. And the bit that ties in with, for me, is you look at the ground, even the club logo, the Odair Fasir part has gone from the logo now, hasn't it? That to dare is to do. That's the core of our being. That's our DNA. It's been wiped off because it means nothing to Levy. He's all about minimum risk, maximum profit. There's no to dare at all in it. And we're certainly not
It's
doing.
about dumbing down Coover. I don't think it's anything. Audere est facere translates as to dare is to do. I just think most people don't understand Latin, so they've translated it into English. I think it's a pity, but anyway.
I think the cost of the lettering on the side of the stadium would have been too much, wouldn't it?
And then you got like the Bill Nick, Then you got like the Bill Nick quotes as well. I mean, it's better to fail at aiming high and than to succeed at aiming low. And as Spurs, we've set our sights very high, so high in fact that even failure will have it in it an echo of glory. What's happened to that? We should be challenging for everything, because if we do fail, we've given it our all. That's what I, as a fan, want to see. I don't care for this. Let's get top four because it brings in the money. No, go for everything all the time. You go down fighting. You give everything on the pitch. You take a piece of your opponent with you if you're going down. They've got to earn every single scrap on that pitch against us. Until we get that back, I'm not satisfied. So I'm not going to whimper out of a cup and think it's for the best. No way. We should be going for all of it greedily. That's why I love Conte being in charge. He's going to want everything going. He won't be satisfied until we have a squad big enough to do it as well. That's the only thing letting us down at the moment. So realism, you can have that if you want, but that's not for me. I want to dream. That's what my club's all about for me. It's my hopes and dreams, and I want to see it on the pitch. So let's have it. And still 5-0. 5-0 tonight.
Another one of Nicholson's quotes was also that if we're not in Europe, we're nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and I think a major step in that was Sunday's game against Liverpool, a team we regularly lose to, and a team that regularly humiliates us. Well, they certainly didn't do that Sunday, and I think he's had 2 weeks without having to play games. Those 2 weeks have proved what he can do over the rest of this season and onwards. I think we're on the way, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it takes time.
Do you remember a player for us back in the 80s and early 90s, Paul Allen, that we signed from Amsterdam?
Yeah.
Lovely bloke.
For me, he summed up what the clubs should be all about. He wasn't. I think it's fair to say he wasn't the most talented player in the world, but he was a grafter. He gave you everything, every game. And it was so often you would see him at the end of the game, shin pads out, socks rolled down. He's exhausted. He had to be substituted because he's hobbling along with cramp. He'd given everything he could possibly give on the pitch. Until we get 11 players like that, we're not going to be winning things. That's the sort of spirit I want to see.
Coover, another player like that, half-time used to shove the needles in his arm, was Mabbott.
Exactly. Yeah. Different era, wasn't it, mate?
Proper soldiers they were.
Yeah.
Graham Roberts.
We won things with characters like that.
But of course, let me answer Simon's question here about the Forest Lee thing. I don't want Forest Lee. Forest Lee is an Arsenal fan. All right. Period. That's all. That's it. Right. Because Ian posted it on Twitter and asked me this question. I went and did some research. No way. Right. No way. No Forest Lee for me. Right. I don't want an Arsenal fan owning us. Are you guys crazy? What's that's going to happen to us? Right. Next thing, we'll be having red in the stadium all over the place.
You shattered my illusions very quickly, Eugene.
Yes. I know. And Kim, nice to see you, Kim. Right. Just before we wrap up, right, let's get some of Kim's opinion, right? Since you joined late. Kim, on the West Ham game, what do you think?
I think it will be. I fancy a 3-1 on that. I'm quite positive. I was positive for the Liverpool game, and I've got the same kind of feeling. Hashtag Conte Effect.
All right. Before we do the closing, right? I'll just.
Does that mean that Kim's going to wear a Tottenham top again?
Yes, I might do. Actually, I might do that tonight. I might wear a Tottenham top.
I'm wearing my We Are Tottenham TV top.
When are we getting some Spurswation t-shirts printed?
Soon. Yeah. We'll get it soon.
I think Ian said he was going to dance naked around the ground if we won.
fun.
looks
That's
very
probably
nonplussed at
that
that.
was probably the end.
I said that.
Ian.
Yeah, your daughter can go first. I'll follow.
Moving swiftly on.
Yes, moving swiftly on.
Very
Moving
swiftly.
on.
Remember, we have our enforcer. We have Mr. Daigle. So play nice, boys.
Yeah. But guys, before we wrap up the show, I'll just go around and ask you guys if any last words and how to find you guys. Kim and Arthur, any last words? How do you find you guys?
Yeah, my last words are: come on, you Spurs, let's beat them spammers.
You almost thought it, didn't you?
I nearly did.
Yeah.
And Kim?
You can find me. I'm a Paxton Road girl. You can find me on there. And the Love Lounge, Mari's Love Lounge. I'll be on there tonight. I hope you all can join us.
Tonight again?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah. And just much love to this whole wider Spurs community. You're all gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to bring it down, but I'm a bit out the loop regards Bobby. He's on
He's
the
stable.
He's stable.
He's far from out of the woods, but he's very stable. His condition for the past 3 or 4 days hasn't changed. So, and I think that's a positive in itself. But I was hoping that he'd be getting better and better and better. But he's stable at the moment. So
okay, well let's pray and hope. New year, new Bobby.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Brian, I'll do a shout out for you, right, Brian?
Let me just come in. So obviously you can find me on Tottenham on Tour. We've got a lot coming up, and obviously whilst I'm here, it doesn't matter where I am. I actually make sure I get around all these channels. So I'll probably be on. I am a slapper. I'm earning my keep. Let's say. So yeah, I'll be on the pre-match pump up on We Are Tottenham TV with Harris. I'll be on the after show with whoever's doing the watch along, and then I'll probably be on Mari's Love Land with Kim as well and Arthur as well. Because yeah, gonna have a nice dinner with Kim and Rez will be with us as well, and another one of my friends that came out for one of our curry nights, Fabian. So we'll be having a good night, and hopefully we'll be in very, very good spirits. Yeah, my final 2 things to say. First of all, as always, Levy out, and secondly, get well soon, Bob brother.
Yeah. Right. Chris, any last words and how to find you?
Right. Well, you can find me generally in the comments on a lot of the streams, other people's streams, and on Twitter, really.
Yeah. Right. No last words. Right. Yep. No last words. All right. Kuba.
You'll find me on Tottenham Tantrum Gold, where we look at a lot of games from yesteryear and some of our previous heroes. And we mentioned a couple on here tonight, Paul Allen and Gary Mabbott. That's just the sort of player we like to focus on. Remember our club's history, because it's not about plastic sort of corporate hospitality with a certain Mr. Levy. It's all about the fans. It's about the players. It's about our glorious history, and we should always remember it. So we're showing a lot of old footage about it, and we're desperately trying to get to 200 likes before Christmas. That'll be a dream for us, because we were aiming at 30 people just a couple of weeks ago.
200 subscribers.
181 now, yeah. So it's all happening. If I'm not there, I will be on the spiritual home, which is the Irish Hotspur.
Subscribers, not likes. 200 likes is nothing.
Subscribers. Yeah, certainly stand corrected or set corrected. I'm not standing for anything if I can help it. Especially Levy. So other than that, Irish Hotspur, that's the spiritual home where it all started for a few of us. Certainly Dermot and myself, inspired by David Harris and Jack Hanicki, doing a great job there. Also, Mari's Love Lounge. I've been on that a couple of times recently. That's a lot of fun.
It is. Yeah.
It really is. It's different change of pace, isn't it? It's really,
yeah,
really good. Eugene, always love your channel, mate. like to be here as often as possible. You got a really nice vibe in this place. Good on the comments as well. There's good people coming. Same with Mr. K. Just around the channels in general. Same as pleasure to be on the stream with you as well, Chris Gunworth. We're on so many of the channels at the same time, but rarely. Well, this is the first time, isn't it? We're being on one together.
First or second.
First or second, I don't remember another time. Perhaps there was.
I don't know. All the time, yeah.
Yeah, we're always speaking though. Anyway, so all around the place as much as possible. That's what I'm all about, I suppose. Slag.
I think we'll have to take that status quo song running all over the world and just change it to streaming all over the world for a few of us. Because that's the case it is.
Yeah, with the amount you're on the channels this Christmas, I don't think it's Christmas season, it's Daigle season.
It's always Daigle season, my friend. It's always
Daigle.
Merry Daigle. Happy New Daigle.
It's just Brian's just done a pre-roundup of the villagers to storm Castle Levy in January sometime.
Yep. Ian, last words.
Yeah. Well, I don't have my own channel. I've said when I've been on, it was only because Bobby got me on, maybe for a different point of view a few weeks ago that I came on, and as Brian said, it does actually become quite addictive listening and then coming on. But so I maybe need to aspire to be the media whore that Brian and Coover are.
My name's Ian, and I am a streamaholic. It's been 30 seconds since my last stream.
Need to get a proper job, maybe, just to keep away from it. But so no, I'll pop up as and where I'm invited, or even when I'm not, if I fancy going online and what have you. You know, my views on Levy. Plenty of weaknesses there, plenty of lost opportunities, but be careful what you wish for. I don't want any Saudis.
You're an ex-ref.
Saudis running my club. I think if we can get, I genuinely think we can get a trophy, one of the two that we're left in, and push on in the league. And I think then suddenly the Levy out campaign will just slowly dissipate. I actually don't believe that they don't want to win a trophy. I just don't buy that. But onwards and upwards as a club, I genuinely think there's a good vibe about where we all are. And at the end of the day, we might disagree on a lot, but what unites us is much more important. And we all love our club, whether you're, in your 30s or 40s or your 60s or 70s. And I was only joking, Arthur, when I said you were at the 1921 Cup final. I know you weren't.
It was the 1901.
You've got a present coming for Christmas, Ian. And it goes tick tock.
Yeah, absolutely.
On a side note, Jamie, I have to ask: are you drinking a kettle full of coffee? What the hell was that?
I was wondering.
What?
But
you're going to be awake for about 3 weeks.
It's H2O.
Yeah.
That looks from here. That looks like a kettle full of coffee.
You know why? Because of the green screen.
Yeah, I didn't even think it was liquid. I thought he was just tipping coffee beans back in.
No, I'm eating peanut crackers and drinking water.
Oh, I had a coffee just before we came on, but it was laced with Tia Maria.
Very nice.
That's nice. And Jens, how are you doing? And any last words?
The best laugh on YouTube has to be said every single time. Just honestly, whenever you're dull or whenever you need a pick-me-up, just find the stream Jens is on and just watch him laugh. And he's one of those that when you laugh, you just can't help to laugh. The best laugh in YouTube, hands down.
We've got Dermot on our channel as well. My ambition is to make him fall off his chair live on screen.
Well, he looks like it's about to slide off it.
He's having his passport photo again, aren't you, Jens? Look at you. You changed.
Well, actually, I've been banished upstairs because the wife's working downstairs, but I'm on holiday at the moment, so I should be springing up on a few streams if they'll have me. But usually I'm on Shelfside Spurs. I'm not sure if we are doing one this week or not, but if we are, it'll probably be tomorrow. And I'm on Twitter as well with the Ricky Villa THFC handle. And all I can say is, as Ian said, onwards and upwards. I think we can do something this season. Let's just hope we don't have a brain fart like we have in so many previous seasons.
Well, like we have every time we have a broadcast.
Well, that's the baked beans, Jamie. Sorry.
For some reason, yes, yeah. For some reason, Jens, I'm picturing you doing your broadcast on the mobile phone, and you've just dropped it down the toilet, and you're still talking to us.
You just wait till you get to the Brussels sprouts, mate.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Very much so.
One more thing is, with your seat, you need to rotate it so you're up higher again, like at the passport photo one. There we go.
I'm actually in the bed, so it looks like I'm trying to sit up, but I keep sliding down. So sorry.
If your phone is in the toilet and it starts spinning, someone's it flush.
It's not the beer this time. It's not the beer this time. So yeah.
It's 2 bottles of Advocaat.
Oh, can't stand the stuff, but my missus makes that. So
It sounds like a bit of a medical problem to me.
Well, 2 pints of Guinness and half a kilo of Brussels sprouts. You'll soon find out who your real friends are.
I wonder why I didn't have any friends.
That's called anti-social distancing.
Okay, Ian, we was talking about brain farts, not the other kind.
Oh, right. Okay.
All right. Okay. Guys, I put you in the back room for a while. We'll have another chat behind first while Jimmy and I do the closing. All right. Okay. Arthur, Brian, see you later.
Come on, you Spurs.
All right.
Come on, you Spurs. And Levy out. And a quick Phil Lattis roar. Woohoo.
Okay, Phil Lattis roar. Woohoo. Let me do this one by one. All right, Jamie. Do you settle all your things yet?
No. I've shot them an email just to try and find out the timescale, but I can't panic about something at 11:30 at night. So
all right, okay. Don't panic. Right. Just do the closing. Give a shout out to the guys in the chats because the last Sunday I was so tired. Right. We just left the show.
I said I left a comment saying thank you for all those that contributed.
I know.
But we've got Premier Hotspur, we've got our ever-present
Premier Hotspur is Simon.
One day panelist. Eventually, if she comes out of her zone, Guguma, we have our mediator, Mr. Swift. We have Scott M. Let's see now. We have
Jamie Petty.
Yes, of course. I wonder who he is. We have Ishak Taraftar.
Yeah.
Rich Sports. We have Adam Hamzo.
Yeah.
Vibav. Who else do we have? Have I continued? Cody Mack. Yes, the
Cody Mack.
Canadian troll. In the nicest possible way. We got Derek
Hutchinson. Yeah.
Wayne Bonner.
Yeah.
And
Adam.
then well, we mentioned Adam. Yes, it's the
Yusufai.
Rig.
Big up Yusufai.
I thought you said Yusufine.
Yusufai.
Yusufine, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hope the result tonight is fine and no problem is insurmountable, whether it be a communication from your bank or health issues, or whether it be who's going to play against West Ham tonight and what the result's going to be. So let's just keep knuckling down and moving forward. And as my dad says, not one wall down at a time, and we'll get there.
All right. And of course, I want to say a big up to Plot Malaysia too, right? Plot Malaysia boys, thanks for your support, right? And of course, don't forget all the support, all the love, all the prayers to Bobby, right? And before we do closing, amen to that, right? And the last word that you want to say, or shall I say it?
I will say, come on, you Spurs, and you can say,
Leave you out.